Hi, my name is Michelle King, and this is my final project. So for my final project, I decided to apply textures to triangle meshes. The textures that I chose were from Shirley's text. The main thing was the Perlin noise texture, which is, this is the final product, I believe, the marble texture, but there was also just the general noise texture and also the noise turbulence texture that also came along with it. And there was also the checkered texture, which I added, also from Shirley's text. So one extra thing though that I added for the noise textures was just the ability to add color. I believe in Shirley's text they were just meant to be black and white, but you'll see later that for my output, in my output you'll see that there can be color in them. And one particular technical achievement for me was just integrating the code for materials to work with triangle meshes. So I like the way that Shirley structured his code in terms of just making each object in the world a hittable object and then just adding it in, doing world.add. So I decided to make the triangle mesh into a hittable object as well, right here as you can see, so that over here, the way that Shirley adds his spheres and rectangles, you can just do world.add on a triangle mesh. And this way I was able to pass in the material which holds the texture for that specific object, and because the triangle mesh will carry that material, within its hit function, I can check if that specific mesh has a specific material applied to it, and if so, what the output color, aka attenuation, should be. I would say that it was also interesting to mess around with the colors so that the shadows that are calculated along with these triangle meshes would be applied on top of the textures from Shirley. So I didn't want the shadows to just be overwritten by the attenuation, because then these objects you wouldn't really be able to see its 3D outline. You would just be able to see just a 2D outline of it, so you wouldn't really know what is going on all the time. So this is how I was able to achieve that. I was just able to calculate the RGB in terms of the texture's attenuation multiplied by 1 minus what the shadow would technically be for that triangle, that part of the mesh. And this part right here, this was mostly just for, this was kind of a hack per se, in order for me to be able to add multiple iterations or multiple triangle meshes to one scene without them overlapping. So I wasn't able to apply Shirley's translation method that he has for his spheres and rectangles. So instead I just created one that would work specifically to my own output slash setup. And that is why this is here, just as an explanation. Yeah, so this is how I was able to add 5 different iterations of the bunny to my world. And I will show you now my output photo. So this is my output photo, and here you can see the different textures that I applied. So this is the original solid, and then this is the noise texture, the first iteration, and then this is the turbulence added to that noise texture, and then this is the marbled added to the noise texture, and then this is the checker texture. And here you can see that indeed these 3 noise textures do have color in them. And yeah, that is my final project. So thank you.